UFC 238. Aljamain Sterling versus Pedro Munhoz is on the prelims. Very good fight to have on the prelims, boys, because this is a big fight. This might be to determine who gets the next title shot, depending on what happens with Cejudo and Moraes. Okay? This is a big one, boys. Pedro Munhoz coming off a first-round finish over Cody No-Chin Garbrandt. No-brain Garbrandt. No fight IQ Garbrandt. Gets a finish in the first round. The jiu-jitsu guy gets a finish in the first round over Cody Garbrandt. Aljamain Sterling coming off a dominant victory over a fucking shit-scared Jimmy Rivera, in my opinion, who just backed up the whole fight and didn't want to be taken down. Didn't end up getting taken down too often, but he just allowed himself to be smothered against the cage by the bigger, stronger Aljamain Sterling. Very good wins for both guys. Okay? Very good wins for both guys. Pedro Munhoz has been on a bit of a run. I think he's on a 3-fight win streak right now. Coming off wins, obviously, to Cody Garbrandt. Brian Caraway got the finish in the first round by body shot. Pedro Munhoz, he beat Brett Johns. Brett Johns is a savage from Wales. Gypsy boy. Very tough guy. Very good ground game. Pedro Munhoz just grinds him out for the decision and gets the win. And beats the shit out of him, really. It was a great fight. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Aljamain Sterling here. That's the prediction I'm leaning towards right now. Okay? And do you want to know why? I don't rate a fucking win over Garbrandt for shit. A knockout win over Garbrandt, I think that Garbrandt's going to get knocked out in every fight he has next. Every single fight he has, he's going to get knocked out until he retires. And it hurts me to say it because he's a young guy. And he probably should have a way more promising career. But Team Alpha Male is the shittest super gym there is in the UFC and MMA world. Okay? And Cody Garbrandt's going to get fucking chinned in all of his fights. They're never going to evolve. Because Team Alpha Male's motto is not, oh, we should have leaned to the left a bit more. We should have circled out when we got here and thrown a leg kick here. The leg kick was open. We're going to drill this. We're going to work on your jab. Team Alpha Male's motto is when they lose, it wasn't our night. Oh, don't leave it to the judges. That's all they say over and over again. And I'm glad that TJ left. Because you see what happened to his career once he left. And I think Cody Garbrandt should have left with TJ. Or left with whoever else just left. Someone else just left Team Alpha Male. Justin Buchholz, Dwayne Ludwig. Everyone's leaving because Uriah Faber's a retard. And that's about it. I'm going with Aljamain Sterling. I think he's going to completely out-wrestle Pedro Munhoz. I don't rate the win over Cody Garbrandt that well. I do rate the wins that Aljamain Sterling's been getting. He got a win over Augusto Mendes. Not the biggest win, but it happened. He gets a win over Renan Barão. It's a good win. Then he gets flatlined by fucking Magic Man Marlon Moraes. I said in the video before, he was actually doing good against Marlon. I was thinking of a completely different fight. Because he wasn't doing good against Marlon whatsoever. I can't remember who was doing good against what. I think I'm thinking of the first Sun South fight. But yeah, he wasn't doing good against Marlon whatsoever. He got picked apart and he got finished in the second round while shooting for a lazy takedown. But I think that he's the younger guy. I think he has more to improve on. His ground game is going to be stupendous. Tremendous ground game with Matt Serra in your corner. And Pedro Munhoz is very good on the ground himself. He's going to be looking for submissions. I'm assuming that he's going to be okay to be taken down. So this is going to end up being a stand-up fight. And I just think that Aljamain Sterling's going to be too big for him. Too big. Like, just the reach advantage is there. I don't know. I just think he's going to be too big for him. And he's going to muscle him around, lean on him against the cage, and we're going to see a boring fight and a repeat of Jimmy Rivera versus Aljamain Sterling. I really do. Aljamain Sterling, again, coming over a win off of Brett Johns. Cody Stamann, who's a good guy, who's on a co-main event of a fight night coming up. Cody Stamann's a good, talented wrestler. Aljamain Sterling outgrinds him for the finish, ends up getting him in that fucking banana split, whatever it's called, reverse knee bar, whatever the fuck it's called. Banana split is all I know it as, okay? Aljamain Sterling, guys. I think he's the guy. And also, I'm glad if he wins, because he's very marketable, you know? He's happy-go-lucky, he looks the part, he's got all the abs that you need to be a superstar, you know? I think he's going to get the win. Also, he does that cool thing that black guys do when they put the comb through their hair. And leave it in there sometimes. That's really cool. Sometimes I wish I was black just for that reason. You know? I wish I could just leave a comb in. You know? And just walk around and it looked good. If you leave a comb in your hair and you're a white guy walking around, people look at you and they're like, oh, he's forgotten about that. You know what I mean? It's not like a style, a fashion statement. When black guys leave the comb in, you're like, oh, this guy gets it. You know what I mean? But when you're a white guy and you're leaving a comb in there, people think you're homeless. They think you've forgotten it's there. You know what I'm saying? They think you've just fallen onto the comb or some shit like that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the fight. I think Pedro Munhoz is going to come forward. He's going to try swinging hard on Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling's shown he can be knocked out. I do feel like the Moraes knockout wouldn't have happened if it wasn't as fluky as it was. Because let's be real, as much as you praise Moraes for that knockout, I feel like it would have gone to a decision. He would have been outclassed, but that knockout was it was a head kick. You know what I mean? And Aljamain came forward and the knee hit him on the head. It was very unlucky. And yeah, I think he's going to get the job done now. I really am. I really do think he's going to get the job done. And their win over Pedro Munhoz, he can ask for a title shot. And I think they're going to do one of two things. Very interesting times, boys. I think they're either going to give him the title shot straight away, or if Cejudo wins and he has to go back down and defend the flyweight belt, which he does, because on UFC on ESPN3 TV, there's Formiga versus Benavidez. And if Benavidez wins or Formiga wins, both of them have earned the title shot at the flyweight. And Benavidez has beat Henry Cejudo before. So I think if Cejudo wins, like I'm guessing he will, even though every day I feel like Moraes is going to absolutely destroy him. I feel like if Cejudo's going to fluke the win, they're going to ask him to go back down, and then we get an Aljamain Sterling versus a returning Dominic Cruz to headline a fight night of your choice, ladies and gentlemen, to decide who gets the next title shot. But if Moraes wins, I reckon they'll just go for a rematch with Aljamain, you know? But if they need time when Cejudo wins and has to go back down, and they need to make a fight in the meantime, Aljamain Sterling versus Dominic Cruz for the title shot. Easy money, boys. Easy money. That's a great plan right there. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I think Aljamain's just going to bully him against the fence. Be the bigger guy. Land those weird shots that he throws. He throws a nice front kick. Keep it at range. Pedro Munhoz is going to be looking to dip on the inside and land some bombs, but I don't know, dude. I think Aljamain's going to get the job done. He's developing faster. He's a younger guy. Yeah. I've got Aljamain winning. Decision. Dominant one as well. A dominant decision. All 3 rounds to Alja. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Goodbye.